Crank it up, cut loose, and charge into the chaos, baby. My name is Howlin' Jim Jackson, and you are tuned in to 112 FM Bandito Radio. We're not just a station, baby. We're a culture, a community, a cathedral of sound built for the bold and the brave. So tune in and tune it up for another night of decibel-drenched, distortion-driven dynamite tracks. We are packing another full clip of fully loaded high-fidelity hits. Tracks that crash, crackle, and captivate like a storm tearing through the speakers, baby. When I say we are your space for the restless and creative, I mean all creatives, baby. From photographers to customizers, musicians to painters, bakers to diorama makers. All are welcome, baby. So for all you creative collectors, daring dreamers, and tenacious thrill seekers, this is your anthem, your adrenaline, your ticket to transcendence, baby. Don't delay, do not doubt, and do not miss this. Be here, be louder, be a part of the movement, baby. So let's kick off this block with our friend and yours, Chris Turner, and his rockin' arousal titled Juice. Turn it up! Ow!
I'm not entirely happy with this.
You are listening to 112 FM Bandito Radio.
New artist alert. New artist alert.
Yeah, check. Yeah, I'm the editor-in-chief, I take pictures too. I edit frames to let my black eyes capture the proof. Toy photography, a hobby, now a part of me. Digital darkroom, Photoshop, psychology. Epic toy sound, my action figures move with rhythm. Practical effects for the snobs and they feelings. Imagination is just that, imagination. The tools that I create with shouldn't define what I'm making. This art shit is sacred, it's the egos that are basic. Gatekeepers always think they're Neo in the Matrix. Feeling that feeling, my feeling is so revealing. I just discovered another way I could kill them. Combine both loves, these bars with plastic therapy. Y'all hearing me? It's live symmetry. Cypher with a Groupon for free toy deliveries. Maximize my effort, I be working while you still asleep. Counting them Z's while I'm conquering these beats. Another masterpiece released once the frame has reached its peak. I know my angles between the margin organicus. A gritty novelist with gladiator common sense. I'm the editor-in-chief, I take pictures too. I edit frames to let my black eyes capture the proof. Toy photography, a hobby, now a part of me. Digital darkroom, Photoshop, psychology. I'm the editor-in-chief, I take pictures too. I edit frames to let my black eyes capture the proof. Toy photography, a hobby, now a part of me. Digital darkroom, Photoshop, psychology. Freedom or death to the last of my breath. I guarantee what I create in between will stay fresh. I do more with less, this talent is authentic. Homegrown, represented by glitches within edits. From shotcut to Pixar Pro, clinging to AI. May I? Don't mind if I do, it's a chill vibe. I switch styles, I keep many in pocket. Y'all some one-trick ponies in closets, I got options. The plot thickens when you listening to wisdom. So I suggest you chill before the tea starts spilling. Label me a villain if your hero picking sides. Community is where I stand, fuck a divide.
That was Arsun Fist.
My heavy force with steel in hand, the iron grenadiers command the land. Under the Destro's gaze, the world will yield. An army forged in fire, a living shield.
inspires.
You artist alert. You artist alert.
Hey, what's up? This is Mark from KhanPharoh and the New Creatures, and you are listening to Bandito Radio.
You are tuned in to 112 on your FM dial. Bandito Radio. Ow!
I really hate that you had to hear it this way. You was worth more songs to the mixtape. You need to know you was more than a mistake. It was me who had switched up midway. I can imagine what your friends say. He always had to have it his way. Fuck him, you don't need him, girl, let alone the hallway. Ain't enough wine for the heartbreak. Ain't enough time, we in Pompeii. Trying to hold on, but it's too late. Now I'm in the line with a fool's weight. Could've had it all, but I pushed you away. I wanna be alone, I ain't got shit to say. But it's only temporary pain. Y'all can say I'm always in the way. Everybody know it's over, but you and I ain't all at fault. Only wish that I could change the past. It is what it is, it's a war. If I'm the one who stuck you in the heart, you the one who had me from the start. But I always wanted you to know that I love you more than I can ever show. Now I gotta go. Can't get back what we had before. Hate to cut it off, but we had to grow. Had to show the world I was out for blood. You was there day one, got it out the mud. Now I got the crown, but it's not enough. Cause it all came back to me all of a sudden. We was just two souls and it's not enough.
Girl, if heaven falls into hell, would you risk it all? I just need to know. Girl, if heaven falls into hell, would you risk it all? I just need to know.
Yet another great jam by Noel. Are you ready for a new era of storytelling? Advent Comics is here, delivering hard-hitting action, unforgettable characters, and worlds that'll blow your mind, baby. Dive into the gritty streets of Southside, where heroes walk a razor's edge between justice and vengeance. Or join Dalton Malone as he hunts in the darkness where no one else dares. From cosmic battles to street-level justice, Advent Comics has it all. The stories are bold, baby, and the action is relentless. The adventure never stops. Advent Comics. The future of comics starts now. Are you ready?
Tempo has reached critical level. Tempo has reached critical level.
Benny. Like real techno, like real, like unapologetic, like real edgy. Brand new rolling is two-tone. I make a couple plays on my iPhone. Ain't talking money, get the dial tone. No ET, no home phone. Move your body like a cyclone. Got a nice body and that's homegrown. Pop Ballet, no Patron. Wear Chanel for cologne. Bitch, Hollywood, big wig, big talk, big lip, 40 with the big clip. Hell yeah, I got haters that be watching my pictures. Done with the dips, pushing P-pimps. 5, 6, 7, yeah, they looking and they love how I do it. Turn up Benjis on my mama, yeah, they like how we move. I can't fit on none of them. Man is exclusive. All my cars are big, exotic. Boy, your Mazda look stupid. Ew. Brand new rolling is two-tone. I make a couple plays on my iPhone. Ain't talking money, get the dial tone. No ET, no home phone. Move your body like a cyclone. Got a nice body and that's homegrown. Pop Ballet, no Patron. Wear Chanel for cologne. Neck wet like a puddle. BBS diamonds on shuffle, ayy. BBS on my buckle. I'm on the air like Wobby untouchable, ayy. And this that green, it ain't no syrup. Yeah, a Bonnie spy ass purple. 5, 6, 7, yeah, they looking and they love how I do it. Turn up Benjis on my mama, yeah, they like how we move. I can't fit on none of them. Man is exclusive. All my cars are big, exotic. Boy, your Mazda look stupid. Ew. Brand new rolling is two-tone. I make a couple plays on my iPhone. Ain't talking money, get the dial tone. No ET, no home phone. Move your body like a cyclone. Got a nice body and that's homegrown. Pop Ballet, no Patron. Wear Chanel for cologne. Brand new rolling is two-tone. Move your body like a cyclone. Got a nice body.
That was Ray Millie. This is Howlin' Jim Jackson, and you are listening to 112 FM Bandito Radio.
And fill a cup with lukewarm pride. Me still ain't that social. All the hearts I had just died. Been told there was some bootstraps. What? How supposed to pull? I've never been much one for farming, but even I know that shit's bull. I can't pay. I got 10 examples. I can't pay. I got 10 examples. But there's a hole in my bucket, so the soup just drowns my feet. Every time I go to order, all the wall wanna do is beef. Lord lands, they feet up, fat cats, they only grow. I can't pay, I got 10 examples. And the lost my shadows far behind me, looking for some place to hide. My lunch, it's high blood pressure. With a side of cold
here's the new one from Stereo Flowers. This one is Chevelle. There's another great jam by the Stereo Flowers.
Just shut up and leave me be. You don't mean nothing to me. You're a bug of thing and fly. Fuck the butter when you die. You're so fucked up, you're somebody, you're so fucked up, you're somebody. I hate you and you hate me. We cannot agree to disagree. Just shut up and leave me be. You don't mean nothing to me. Talking shit behind closed doors and the toys and crap they wanna hear. Talking shit behind closed doors on the crap wanna hear. You're so fucked up, you're somebody, you're so fucked up, you're somebody.
David Koresh Choir. You are tuned in to 112 FM on your radio dial. This is Bandito Radio.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you this breaking news. We have an urgent update on the high-speed chase caused by the infamous vehicle known only as the Bandito. Just mere moments ago, authorities tracked the rogue muscle car tearing through the city's industrial district at breakneck speeds. Eyewitnesses report that the driver was weaving through cargo yards, barreling through a chain-link fence, and even using a loading dock ramp to jump over a moving freight train. This leaving officers stunned and struggling to keep up. Police helicopters are now in pursuit, but the Bandito's driver seems to have no intention of slowing down. Officials are urging citizens to stay off the streets and out of the way as this high-octane chase unfolds. Where will this reckless rampage end? Will the Bandito be stopped? Stick with us for the latest developments as law enforcement scrambles to bring the Bandito to justice. And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Groovy tune was brought to you by Stratos.
New artist alert. New artist alert.
Yeah, it's good, man. Ain't shit. I'm at the bar with Gandalf, sipping some witch's brew. That Merlin cooked up, Oracle passed me another cup. I'm trying to get drunk, today wasn't a good day. Ran into Morgan Le Fay, she makes my head ache. So keep that butterbeer for potter's tears. No going backwards for them younger years. I embrace my fears, the hug is real, word to Voldemort. I play a different sport, David Lopan probably won't endorse. There's big trouble in your little construct. Your sound sucks, ask your father, turn your amp up. Gandalf, always talking about some hobbits. I'm more interested in topics taller than Frodo's logic. Simple rhyming, gatekeeper like a virgin hymen. Student of the boom bap, raised on a soul clap. I got a bachelor's degree for spitting old facts. So hold that as I exhale and bring the essence back. Never mind, my design is not an easy find. Celestial concubines adorn my inner shrine. I say what's on my mind and write it how I speak it, partner. Deliver ether in a cartridge like if Sega dropped it. J. Rule said you can't stop the profit. So come clean, the damage I bring is catastrophic. Therapy projects, recovery's a process. No time for slouches in a room with no couches. I stand up and make the most of when my pen plays. A culture serenade sharper than a switchblade. Nature sensei, organically I bring flames. You know my damn name.
Even in the material world, you will find that if you look for the light, you can often find it. But if you look for the dark, that is all you will ever see. That was Arsun Fist. Are you enjoying 112 FM Bandito Radio? Like the tunes that you're hearing? Are you an independent artist that wants to join our culture for the restless and creative and have your tracks played out there? Well, email us, baby. 112banditoradio@gmail.com. Drop us a line, baby. Let's get your music out there.
What's the point in keeping on when the fire's burning low? I thought we were the same, darling, but now I just don't know. I gave you my heart, my soul, my fight, but every road feels wrong tonight. I'm wrong, but not 'cause I am. It's just you're always right, and I'm a man. I'm wrong, but not 'cause I am. It's just you're always right, and I'm a man. Alone I sit, day by day, wearing a smile that don't feel okay. Be grateful, be strong, that's what they say. But my voice gets lost along the way. Am I appreciated? Am I enough? Feels like love just got too tough. I'm wrong, but not 'cause I am. It's just you're always right, and I'm a man. I'm wrong, but not 'cause I am. It's just you're always right, and I'm a man. but I'm just tired of reading the signs. Every word feels like a loaded gun. Every night feels like I've come undone. I made that promise, I took that vow, but it feels so far away somehow. I lie awake on this feather bed, but peace don't rest inside my head. Some words cut deep, they don't fade fast, and I'm just haunted by the past. I'm wrong, but not 'cause I am. It's just you're always right, and I'm a man. I'm enough. I'm wrong, but not 'cause I am. It's just you're always right, and I'm a man. So here I stand, the night's grown still. I can hear it calling from the hill. A siren song so sweet, so long. Whispers telling me where I belong. I've given my all, I've paid my dues, but darling, tonight I'll finally lose. I wanted to be wrong, but now I'm gone, fading out to my siren song.
That was Southern Scars. Stay tuned, my lively, lovely, loyal listeners. Action Figure Frequencies is right around the corner.
No back of the bus, we lift the bus. Ridiculous, no need to fuss on what we did for us. No handouts, we hand out hands. We've been bout plans of 40 acres of land, they can't cage us. I'm so Luke Cage, amazing, gracious enough to spare the brute fade unless they really want it. And I ain't ducking from it, I'm static. We shock them till they get it, I guess they gotta have it. The roadblock of the block, small enough to be a dock, smooth as miles with the jazz, Captain Sam with the plan. I can, I guess I'm really good in the jam. The rest is up to Rick when he come through with the band. We got what it takes to be a hero. They see it everywhere, wherever we go. We here to say the day and all the people. Repeat, bro. We know we got what it takes to be a hero. They see it everywhere, wherever we go. We here to say the day and all the people. Repeat, bro. I'm melanin man, defy your felonious plans. I know you jealous, but damn, don't you dare insult my intelligence. Sam was never my uncle, just a super villain. Hopped in the phone booth, protect the women and children. Frankly, Franklin, we the most level-headed. Peanuts to an elephant, don't let it regret it. We up, boy, you better know your hate is pathetic. I'm loose fox with the toys, so you know I'ma get it. Neighborhood was cripped on, get green like it's John Stewart. Make me pull out my ring, homie, and it's on. The blue marvel I do, homie, if I'm on with the steel. They walk a blade, is here to convey that. We know we got what it takes to be a hero. They see it everywhere, wherever we go. We here to say the day and all the people. Repeat, bro. We know we got what it takes to be a hero. They see it everywhere, wherever we go. We here to say the day and all the people. Repeat, bro.
Look up in the sky. This looks like a job for
Repeat, bro.
Fate rarely calls upon us at a moment of our choosing. I'm ready.
How about that new one from Toys, Noise, and Action Figures? You are listening to 112 FM, Bandito Radio.
All around the world should have collectibles that pose and bend. Take your action figures out of the box, and now let's play pretend. Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures cutout styles and the effects make articulated comic book art. Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay. Don't judge me when you see my cart is loaded. A new wave of legends hit, how do you not know this? And if you're gonna ask, are they to resell or open? Let me ask you, why the hell they give it double jointed elbows? Why the hell they give them double jointed knees? The heads look up and they give it ankle pivot. The average and the T-joints, man, I take them out of the box. Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay, it's okay, have fun, you're away, posing action figures, it's okay.
The one and only Shottimus Prime. Spires. Hello, outlaws and outlawettes. You are listening to Howlin' Jim, and you are on 112 FM, Bandito Radio. was another mind-blowing tune from Chris Turner.
Now I'm out in the rain, trying to say anything just to try to get her back. Neighbors heard everything. If she ever open up, I'ma give her everything. Cause I gotta try to show her she was worth everything. Sports watch, gold chains, I'ma throw 'em in the flames. She was always parachuting, I'm the one who cut the strings. And I say anything, I'ma try to end the pain. Made a promise, I'ma change. Perfect time, never came. I'ma say anything, she can always do the same. Through the mixtape out the window, I can see through the pain. When she look in my eyes, she can see everything. Cause she know when I lost her, I lost everything. I was just a fool once, I'ma be a fool again. I was just fool's gold, she could see through me then. I was just a broken record, she the one who let it spin. Now I got no words, she could say anything. In the rain, tryna say anything just to try to get it back. Neighbors heard everything. If she ever open up, I'ma give her everything. Cause I gotta try to show her she was worth everything. Sports watch, gold chains, I'ma throw 'em in the flames. She was always parachuting, I'm the one who cut the strings. And I say anything just to try to end the pain. Made a promise, I'ma change. Perfect time, never came. Now I'm trying to say anything. She can always do the same. Through the mixtape out the window, I can see through the pain. When she look in my eyes, she can see everything. Cause she know when I lost her, I lost everything. I was just a fool once, I'ma be a fool again. I was just fool's gold, she could see through me then. I was just a broken record, she the one who let it spin. Now I got no words, she could say anything, anything.
Yet another great jam by Noel. Hello, outlaws and outlawettes. You are listening to Howlin' Jim, and you are on 112 FM, Bandito Radio.
We were racing towards the uncanny valley. Process moods and let's bedtime story. They left a sunny stereo and some deadly flowers. Delusional hope in a fire.
Oh, all right, baby. You know what time it is. Your old pal Howlin' Jim Jackson is back in the saddle and riding those radio waves like a wild coyote under a neon moon, baby. You listening to 112 FM Bandito Radio, the only station that blasts through that static and straight into your soul. But tonight, I got something real special lined up for all my fellow toy-loving, plastic crack-collecting, action figure-obsessed outlaws out there. We are talking about a brand spanking new made-for-radio show that's gonna hit harder than a steel-toed boot at a brick wall, baby. I give you Action Figure Frequencies. That's right, a sonic deep dive into the world of toy collecting, custom sculpting, vintage gold mines, and everything in between. Whether you're out there hunting for that holy grail figure or just trying to relive that Saturday morning magic, we've got you covered, baby. So you need to strap in, turn up that dial, and get ready to ride those radio waves, because Action Figure Frequencies is about to shake those shelves and rock the toy aisles. This is Howlin' Jim Jackson, baby, signing you into the frequency. Action Figure Frequencies, let's roll! Ow!
Bandito Radio presents Action Figure Frequencies with your hosts, Chet Maddox and Alexander Storm.
Welcome, everyone, to the sexiest part of the show. This is Action Figure Frequencies, and I am your lovely, gorgeous, sexy host, Chet Maddox. And as always, bringing the thunder from down under, even though he's not really from down under, it is Alexander Storm.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Good day, sir.
Absolutely.
Hey, so here's the thing. I'm excited about today's show. We have a lot that we have to get into. We're going to find out if you should still attend conventions and their rising popularity. Are they really getting, like, are we there again? Is it coming back, right? Because, you know, I don't know. Is that a thing? Is radio a thing? Radio is definitely a thing for us. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, the ever wondering question, which I've asked myself and you've asked yourself many a times, which is, how much does a high grossing film impact the toy lines? Or vice versa? And this is 2025. Are we seriously beefing over fucking toys? Are we really gonna be grown ass men beefing over toys and saying I told you so and being in high school? I don't know, but you know, here comes a reality check to all you collectors out there. So hang tight, because this is Action Figure Frequencies on Bandito Radio 112 FM.
112 FM, Bandito Radio.
Smooth like butter, criminal undercover. That voice.
You know what we got to do, brother? We always start to show off. Nation, coast to coast. From our toy rooms to your living room, this is Action Figure Frequency, episode number 7. That's 7. Right. We made this cool again on the road to Toy Atlanta.
On the road to Toy Atlanta. Hey, you know, let's get into the thick of it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's hit everyone with some hot points, because we're about
hot points
to talk about. Should you attend a toy show? Mm-hmm. Are they rising in popularity? What's the social networking benefit of attending a show? These are all the things I think we need to talk through, my friend. So I ask you, Mr. Alexander Storm.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts? Should people attend shows?
Whether it's toys or comics or whatever, I think you should attend them once. You know, I know back in the day they were a little fringed. No longer. They're extremely mainstream because, look, you know, you have, like, we'll use the term posers that every year San Diego Comic-Con, and they've never had an interest coming up. And I've been going to San Diego for about 35, maybe 36 years. And there was a certain point where like you would get laughed out of the building. You told people you were going to one of those shows. And now it's the trendiest thing in the world. And people, hey, can you get me in? And well, the same thing with toys. A couple of years ago, people were like, oh my God, you spend your weekend going to the toy convention over the weekend. And now it's like everybody is like, wow, I can't wait to this show. And you're seeing more people that are not in the toy collecting community show up to these events. I've seen more younger fans pop up. So it's something you should do just to experience it. And look, mostly I'm gonna tell you, stay away from the I say the more sponsored version of shows. You've got to really be like careful which toy shows you're going to. Like, I know we're going to Toy Atlanta, and this is not like it's not like a San Diego Comic-Con because there's a lot of like giant promoters out there promoting conventions, and their whole point is just a cash grab to get some big time star or somebody in there to make some money off of and everything. And the smaller ones are focused on more community based and people going there to have a good time. A lot of retailers depend on those shows. So those are the ones that I'm telling you to go to. Toy Atlanta's not corporate. It's one of those ones by promoters that love the toy industry. And then there's the PowerCon, which they're both teaming up. And that was started out here in Southern California for He-Man. So I say yes. Yes, to answer your question, yes, you should attend at least one and make a theory for yourself whether you should attend another one.
Yeah, I agree. I think what I think that it does with conventions, and look, I'm not saying this about just toy conventions and comic pop culture conventions. I'm talking like tattoo conventions, like film conventions, horror conventions, any kind of convention that you're into. I think that it's super important that you go to them because it does keep your creative mind going. We're so stuck in this idea that we have to produce, and then no one, you get stuck in your own like rat maze of trying to figure out life. And I think when you take the opportunity to go to a convention like this, and I know for you and I, we're gonna be driving to Atlanta, and we're both just talking about what a good like reset it's gonna be on the brain, just being able to like drive out there, and that's really the big reason why we decided to do the drive instead of flies, because it's just like it's just a good way to like detach and see things. And I think there are social and networking benefits to going to these as well, especially if you're going to one that's in like your niche or your expertise. And look, I'm talking like even if you're like a motivational speaker and you're going to like business conventions, like there's always something there, and you can always learn. And I think that's important. And there's there is the question that pops up, which is, should these conventions provide exclusives and rare collectibles, right? And I think the answer to that is yes. And I think that there's a lot of people that are probably, you could have an argument either way around.
Yeah.
But I think that unfortunately, like San Diego Comic-Con in a way has kind of ruined that idea, because a lot of people think, I mean, look, you got Cold Slither that's coming from San Diego Comic-Con this year, right? And it's the same thing as like Once a Man from last year, right? They're gonna say, oh, you can only do like 2 per customer, but then some dude's in the back handing his friend like a pallet of them, right? So I think that the idea of convention exclusives in a way got tarnished from everyone's experience at Comic-Con.
Sure.
I do enjoy that they are some, and I like what some people are doing is like, hey, we're going to open them up online, for people to buy, but only during the convention. I mean, we're doing it with our shirts, right? So
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, how do you feel about that? Do you feel at all one way or another? Like, where do you lean on convention exclusives and rare collectible things?
I have a problem with it. Yes, I think it's just something that exists correctly, but I think it only comes into play. Like one, I'll give example between the two. We can go. You just said the Once a Man Cobra Commander fiasco last year, but guess what? Hasbro has an opening point every damn year. There was a Zartan Master Disguise classified fiasco, a Serpentor, a Dr. Mindbender. They just keep having these one after another. So obviously, as a company, they're not growing and getting a little bit more intelligence from learning a lesson here. Then you have Fresh Monkey Fiction, which we know because we went out to Geeking Out here in Southern California, and that's through Operation Monster Force, and they had an exclusive that's going to be at certain shows. One was Geeking Out, one was Toy Atlanta, and then there's 2 other shows or 3 other shows it's going to go to. But that's also ran by Big Bat Workshop. It was the easiest trend. You walked up. He said, "What's your name and information?" I didn't have to give him anything else. I gave him my full name and last name, and they were able to pull it up. No, what's your email address? None. All the confusion that Hasbro has this thing on. There's per limits and everything. This was all solved with one guy and a laptop, and it was a smooth transition. And I didn't look. I looked it up the next day. It was in my order section for Big Bad Toy Store. It was easy peasy, no problem. So if you do it right, yes, but when you do it as a multi-billion-dollar company to drive up interest, all you're doing is, because that Once a Man was, there's a limit. And literally I saw one gentleman, and he's here from Southern California because he put it on his socials, that he bought 30 of them at the convention. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why even say the limits? What the heck's going on with this? So if you're doing it correctly, and you're abiding by the rules that you set, and you're also not just saying, hey, if it's a limited stock, tell them up front. Look, a lot of people are not going to be able to get this item at this point, but we're going to actually have items drop at this other date. Give us some context in it, instead of just, hey, get your thing, and then Monday morning you find out it's on Hasbro Post, and I can't get it then, and the website's not working. How did Big Bad Toy Store outdo Hasbro Post? Just saying.
Well, I think it's because they, it's for them. I think Big Bad Toy Store is obviously like fan first.
Yeah.
Also, like, honestly, it's a better way to do. Like, if you think about what Big Bad Toy Store did.
Yeah.
Imagine if you are at the convention, right? And instead of bringing all of the convention exclusive to the convention, you just had the thing set up, and then as they were ordering it, you had someone at your warehouse just shipping them that day. So it's like, if you're at the convention, you'll get it faster. We're shipping them the same day, so they'll be at your house by the time you get home from the convention. You don't have to, you know what I mean? And so, I'm with you. Like, I just don't. If you're gonna set a rule, set a rule. If you're not gonna set a rule, then don't bother. Like, just free for all it and don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think there's a right way to do it. But it seems like there's just a point of, like, sometimes overall, again, that's why when I was using the depiction of what shows should you attend. Look, I got to be honest with you. I've told many people this over the last 5 years. Stop attending San Diego Comic-Con. They don't give a shit about the fan industries. They don't care anything about fans. They don't care anything about the artist. They don't care anything about your experience. You're going to pay $1,300 for a set of hotels per night somewhere.
Well, to put this in clarity too, for anybody out there listening that isn't aware, Mr. Storm here, while he's been going to San Diego Comic-Con for well over 30 years, also this was the first year that we, as a company that has board games published, and we have websites and the YouTube channels, and you and your team have multiple comics and written movies and films and edited films and edited trailers, and it's all you can go online, and you guys have IMDb pages.
Yep.
I mean, the shit's like endless, and none of us got approved for the pro badges.
And the explanation was given, which was the apparent big slap in your face. Again, we just hate to put my credentials out there, but worked with George Romero, worked with the producers of Final Destination, the brand new version that's coming out in theaters. Worked with those producers on an independent film just recently. They stated that I did not have enough industry experience. And I thought if there was anything of an AI generated response back to not actually going through and looking. And then, you'll find out that some guy that, just got onto a hit TV show got passes in there, So
First
it's
time,
just
yeah.
first time
They're-
ever
they-
coming.
Yeah,
and
they
walking
just don't
in.
give they just don't give a shit, man.
They
It's like
stop caring. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like what are my credentials? I don't know. My board game sold worldwide. Forget I don't know. Like I've done comics. I've
But they
done.
said no. Wait, hold on. Now, if it would have only sold regional, they said it would have been good. But worldwide, they said no. It's cast too much. For
Yeah,
that.
worldwide they're
They
like,
can't
dude,
track
nah.
it down.
There's no way a team of one man did that. That's your line. It's like, all right, you can go look at my receipts online. Yeah, I think that's why San Diego Comic-Con is basically trash now.
Yeah.
And there was this idea that we were going to get it back and Hollywood is going to go away, and then like, we're bringing Hall H back because we got more money from the bigger, and it's just like, yeah, but you also shut it.
You're spending more money per day as a family to go.
300, by the way,
yeah,
$375 for the weekend pass now.
Yeah, and that, to be quite honest with you, that I understand that that's a day to Disney World, but shit, that's a day to Disney World, not to San Diego Comic-Con.
That's just to get in. That doesn't include food. That doesn't include
the booth space went up. It's one of those things where they've gotten so completely out of the point of what it was essentially that they've forgotten where they were. And same thing with WonderCon. I'm absolutely ecstatic that Toylanda's on the same week as WonderCon. So WonderCon's the 28th through the 30th. Toylanda's the 28th through the 30th. I think more competing, conventions need to pop up across the U.S. because I really do believe that the organizers at San Diego Comic-Con organization need a slap in the face of because when Hollywood wasn't going there, they were begging fans. As a matter of fact, I got a phone call from somebody from the actual the administrative office asking us if we wanted a table when Hollywood wasn't attending. That's how bad. And let us know if you want a table next year because they were begging and pleading to keep them in. And then this year happens, and it's like I've seen it happen for the last 10 years where there's ugliness. So if you're going to attend the conventions, make sure it's like a fan favorite one, and it's not like a level where it seems like it's a exclusive club that the bouncer can tell you you're good enough to get in and not. That's not what you want to attend. You want everyone to get in, have a good time, and enjoy themselves.
Also, that's the key point. Like, if you go to one of these smaller ones, you're gonna have a better time.
Yes.
Because you may be able to walk the whole thing in one day.
Yeah.
Sure. I get it. But then the next day you go back, you could walk the whole thing again, but then also you probably be like, oh, I want to go sit in on this panel, or I want to go see this, or I want to do that, or you can meet up with somebody, or I mean, hell, if you're passionate about toys or games or whatever, you can hit somebody up about possibly partnering and start your own project with them, right? Like it's like the networking piece is so much more attainable through a smaller toy show than it is like something to the magnitude of San Diego and even WonderCon. Like it's all. And remember, WonderCon and San Diego Comic-Con are all owned by the same company, and it doesn't. And you can tell because it's all dumpster fire every time you go.
Well, here's the funny thing. Todd does comics, and I more than understand it, but he also does toys. He's attending WonderCon. He's not attending Toylanta. Now, which one you think is more of his bread and butter at this moment?
Yeah, it'd be Toylanta.
I would just be attending a toy show. It would make better sense than to go in a dying art form. It just makes sense.
Well, and that doesn't make any sense to me because, like, what is WonderCon at this point?
Yeah,
it used to be WizardCon.
Well, here's the thing. So you got to do the whole weekend. You're Todd McFarlane. You can't just get on a plane and go to Georgia.
Well, yeah, send somebody. Why can't you send somebody?
Representatives
to represent you?
It makes no sense. But you much rather sit on WonderCon and everyone's complaining about it because it's just not as enjoyable. It becomes it's like Disneyland on a holiday. That's the worst day of the world to ever go to Disneyland. You're not going to enjoy yourself. But go on a Tuesday in the middle of the month around No Point. You'll probably have a better time. That's
Yeah.
what a smaller convention is. It's like, not oversized crowds. You can enjoy yourself, speak to creators, speak to toy industry individuals, whatever it is, certain tattoo ones, speak to tattoo artists. You have the opportunity to sit there and actually branch yourself into community. And that's what it is to attend any of these events, is to build the community of people that are like-minded like yourself, that you all have a passion about,
Yeah, and I think when you think about this community, right?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
you have WonderCon happening and then
Uh-huh.
Toy Atlanta happening at the same time.
Absolutely.
I don't know about you, but sometimes I get this like FOMO, right?
I know.
Which
man.
is why I'm really, really happy for our newest sponsor of the show.
Yeah. Let me just ask you a question, Chet.
Yeah.
Do you suffer from toy FOMO? The fear of missing out on the latest action figures, exclusives, and hard to find grails? Are you refreshing your pre-order page at 3 a.m. in the morning? Have you convinced yourself that you just don't need another Batman, only to buy 2 more?
Yeah, if your wallet's on life support and your shelves are crying for space, you might have toy FOMO. But don't worry, there is help.
The experts at the Toy FOMO Treatment Center specialize in helping collectors like you find balance, or at least an extra shelf.
And you could be wondering, do they have something to help me? Well, they offer a simple 5-step, that's only 5-step recovery program. Denial, I don't need another Spider-Man. Anger, why is it sold out already? Bargaining, well, maybe if I trade my kidney, I could afford a hot toy. Depression, I should have pre-ordered. Acceptance, I'll just wait for the inevitable release.
With their expert guidance, you'll learn healthy toy buying habits, responsible spending, and most importantly, when to let go.
Or, just buy it now before it goes triple on eBay.
Chet, no, that's not what they teach.
It's not?
No.
Okay. But what if it's a convention exclusive?
Chet, come on, my friend. Come on.
Right. Okay, look. Mental health is a serious issue. There's hundreds and thousands of people that struggle with mental health. It could be anything, right?
Absolutely.
But at the Toy FOMO Treatment Center, they can help. I think, probably.
Call now and mention Action Figure Frequencies to receive their exclusive One More Shelf Won't Hurt counseling session. Absolutely free.
And that's crazy. Like, to get the One More Shelf Won't Hurt counseling session for free just by calling is insane. And if you do see that rare figure, maybe, just maybe, you should grab it just in case.
112 FM, Bandito Radio.
I'm really proud of that sponsor.
Yeah, you know what? People just don't understand that there are people out there that, just can't help themselves, man. So I'm glad they're around. And, they're doing a vital service, man. They're doing service for the people, man.
They are. And you know what? This wouldn't be Action Figure Frequencies if we didn't have toy news.
And now, toy news.
All right. So I mentioned it at the top of the hour, and this is my question for you, sir.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Did you prep yourself?
No, I did not, because it's a surprise question. You told us in the meeting that we weren't supposed to prep ourselves. So was I supposed to do that?
That's correct. I don't know. Did you take a shower this morning? Do you feel comfortable? Are you hydrated? Do you have water?
This may go sideways. Let's go.
It could go sideways, but here's my question for you, and listen carefully, and I would like the answer in the form of a question.
Oh no, this is not Jeopardy.
How much does a high what?
I said it's not Jeopardy.
Hey, how much? Okay, no, seriously. How much does a high-grossing film impact the movie-inspired toy lines? Do you think the sales of them, like Wolverine, Deadpool, and stuff? What do you think?
Since it took them almost 6 months after the movie that said my my Wolverine to me, I don't think it's really impacted it that much anymore. I'm sure in the 80s and the 90s, and I think what I will say the film that probably started that was probably the Batman 1989, because it was like
They had the cereal.
cereal, McDonald's, the toy line, it was every place. And so I think that started it. And I think that truly did affect the toys because I wanted it. And I know a lot of other people did. But like, let's take the Captain America Brave New World. I don't think it had any bearing on if they were going to sell Sam Winston characters. And if the film, I think it doesn't have as much power as it used to.
I think quite the opposite with that, actually, which is the film deterred a lot of people from buying the toys.
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so. I will tell you the one thing that if we're using in the realm of toys, and we were having a production meeting about this, about what we considered to be toys, and it's just, the whole consideration. That's a whole nother topic one day that we can come up with. But the popcorn buckets, that actually has been getting people into theaters more
those.
and building more excitement. So as a toy, because I have several of the popcorn buckets. I've got the while I didn't like the movie, the Ghostbuster film, the Ghost Trap popcorn bucket is pretty cool, and some of these other items are coming out. So I think that's been helping, but I don't think, and you're right, I think I've seen a lot of the Sam Wilson and the new Falcon sitting on shelves in Target, and I think it just doesn't coincide with one another. And even again, films like Deadpool and Wolverine, popcorn bucket did great. I didn't see a lot of the characters out, but it did take a long time for those characters to ship to home. Again, the movie had been out, it had been on Disney Plus, and then they had shipped the figures.
Well, I think that's a prime example of the successful movie and failed toy line, though.
True.
Because they didn't do any other like figures from that movie, and it's like you had a gold mine you could have used for that whole that whole line,
Yeah. Well, think about it. It's one of the few times we've ever gotten an actual Hugh Jackman accurate version of Wolverine, and you didn't have them out on the shelves as much to capitalize on that. And
in fact, you had the other one that had like the burning claws or like the bone claws that people thought were that. And it's just like that's not.
Yeah, the Wolverine. Yeah. Yeah. So no, I don't think it affects it in the same way. But the popcorn buckets have actually increased more awareness of the film, and maybe that's helped the movie theaters do more than the toy industry as well.
Which I'm excited for the popcorn bucket thing. I mean, I haven't been successful getting any of them, but I'm still all about it. I think it's fantastic. So where do you think with everything that's kind of like changing, where do you see the role of the independent toy brands in the current market? Like for movies and stuff.
You know what? Now here's the thing. I think smaller companies probably will, because obviously, films aren't just something that they just spring on you. Normally, about a year in advance when a movie's coming out, so you've got some ample time to start working. I think the smaller companies will capitalize on this a little bit better because of the fact is that they can actually move quicker. Not enough, corporate kind of like overhead and actually, retention jobs stacked on one another. So I think they can get things done quicker. And I think that would be smarter for them. Certain small companies, like I think NECA did the Nosferatu when Nosferatu came out in the theaters and everything, right? NECA I don't consider a smaller company. They're a smaller company than obviously Hasbro, but they were able to have items out when the movie was able to hit theaters. So I think logistically wise, it would be nicer to see some of these smaller companies take a stab at it. Look, they're going to put more time into sculpting. They're going to put a little bit more time into, the logistics, the packaging, and everything. So, and I think you want to have your skin in the game with somebody who, like a movie, they have to get the best results possible for their company to succeed.
Yeah.
If film doesn't do well, you know, that could hurt a director, an actor's career, or the studio itself. So
Yeah.
I sometimes, people with a lot more risk, look at the old days of Kenner and the Star Wars line. Kenner had a lot more to lose than anybody else in the game, and they knocked it out the box, and it propelled Kenner to, stay around longer than maybe they would have without that license.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's worked. I'd love to see some of these smaller companies take a crack at some of these films. I know that obviously Disney and Warner Brothers kind of have their set, but there's a lot of other companies. Look, I think I've said this before. The greatest example of a company failing its film franchise is Universal. Universal had the Fast and Furious. You mean to tell me, even at the height of that success, a 1/12 scaled line of Fast and Furious cars with action figures, it's not flying off the shelf?
It would have been gone.
But Universal,
You'd have
has it
a
all.
resurgence. You would have had a resurgence of people wanting to buy those now
Yep.
to put their other figures in.
Or imagine how many of the Torinos, the Curse, the cars wrecked almost every movie. How many different versions? How many times could you again? Universal and the licensing. I'm like, what are they doing? There's certain films where I'm like, that would benefit from a toy license, and the shelves would be stacked with those cars, and somebody would have that. Just because there's some people that are just car guys that just would want the cars and the characters just to put on wall and have nothing to do in the toy industry.
Yeah, it's like you get a whole nother audience, like of like there's a massive like model kit building, and so you would have gotten that whole audience.
Absolutely, man.
Or the people that collect like Matchbox or Hot Wheels.
Yep.
They'd have been like, I can get a giant version because I just did a Target run video over on the channel, and there's a whole section of Matchbox Fast and Furious cars on pegs, just warming them up. Which is kind of weird because I don't know. There's no new Fast and Furious, is there?
Yeah, I think it's still a year out. That last one they did it in a double kind of film, and it's taking a little bit longer than them to do. But yeah, I see a lot of these films that have a smaller company. Can you imagine if a smaller company took on that kind of Fast and Furious license? Like that'd probably be a behemoth for them sales wise, because you're putting in the markets, and that scale is not had been envisioned with those. Like again, you get Torino, you get the Hobbs or Shaw or any of those characters from that movie and those vehicles, and God knows there are dozens of vehicles in each of these films, and some are in multiple films that they just could keep bringing out and doing. Like at least they're going through 30 cars a movie, man. So it's like you wouldn't want that Mustang from Tokyo Drift. It's like there's.
I would also want Jason Momoa's car from the most recent Fast and Furious. It was great.
You would want Hobbs, a 1/12 version of Hobbs, that giant in the 5 movie, that big semi that he was driving. Like, come on,
I think that, well, hey, here's the thing: is I think Odd Frog is probably working on some version of doing that.
I hope so, man, because the guy knows they can take my money.
Yeah, you imagine just like this is my Fast and Furious 1 collection, my Fast and Furious 2. And the guy's like, you have all 10? I'm like, yes. It's 560 cars, bud.
Well, they even have a Netflix cartoon. Again, it's abundance, but
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where Universal itself felt that franchise, and I think toys would have worked because, man, those cars, the die-cast metal ones are selling like no tomorrow, man. I always, not just the matchbook size, but even the more specialty versions. So I think that was just a lost art form, especially with the rise of so many of these muscle cars that are now entering the 1/12 scale. Somebody could have jumped on that way before this whole craze and started it. So um, movies work hand in hand sometimes, and sometimes they don't. But there are certain franchises that lend itself to the toy industry, and a lot of them just don't make it there anymore.
What do you think you would use to display your toys?
Well, I tell you right now and everything, it's not just the product that we endorse here; it's the product that we have. Actually, they're Tashi Station Emporium stands, and if you go to TashiStationEmporium.com, you can get the best stands for it. Look, if you're into GI Joe Classified, if you're into Motu, TMNT, if you're into any of the NECA horror figures, there is a stand for your collection. And guess what, Chet? Those stands you can put McFarlane DC Multiverse on, and they'll stand on it, brother. Not fall over
That's
like they do
impressive.
on the McFarlane stands. They send you free of charge. They're highly detailed. Each one is curated by the company itself. They really care about that. They put even little specialty thank you notes into every shipment they're giving you. So that lets you know how much they care. So if you want the best figure stands on the market, head over to the TashiStationEmporium.com and pick up the best stands on the market.
How many points of articulation do their stands have?
Well, way better than McFarlane's.
Yeah. And for those of you listening, Toshi, TOSCHE, Station Emporium.
112 FM, Bandito Radio.
Ooh, hey, can you believe that we're actually adults? Like, we're grown-ass men.
It doesn't seem like that if I look at most of these shows or going to Instagram or X or any other social media network. It doesn't seem like we're acting like grown men, Chet.
Oh, why is that, Storm? Because we're grown-ass men, I thought.
Well,
But,
you and I are grown-ass men.
Let me guess. I wonder if it has something about, I don't know, starting beef over toys.
Beefing. Comment sections. Somebody posts something and somebody says something and somebody calls out something and somebody does something and it goes from something to nobody gives a damn. It's like, just grow the hell up. This is a point where, look, we talked about having people steal your joy, but also there's a level of where grown men need to start acting like grown men. Like, I understand their toys, and toys at one point were made for children. Grown men used to call their muscle cars on the weekends toys. Now they're actually purchasing muscle cars in the 1/12 scale, and yet grown men that tinkered on those muscle cars on the weekend acted like grown men. They weren't sitting there, oh, Ford's a piece of crap and everything, rolling a point, and you don't know anything and everything. And this might have been before the actual social media, because social media was people in each other's face really talking, But it seems like these keyboard ninjas out here, and I would say courage seekers beyond the board, like to run their mouths a little too much. And it's getting to the point where it's like we're not talking about people that are like, 20, 21. We're talking about 35 to 50 to 60-year-olds that act like complete utter children and buffoons. This has got to come to a stop, man. It's like, Jesus, this guy cannot like what you like. This guy can say something like, when do you just take the higher ground to just
what?
And I'll use the point, Chet. And I don't like doing this, but I'm gonna say this: just when you start shutting the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key, right? I think like that's the problem that I have, is that it's healthy to have discourse. Okay. I think you can have discourse. I think you can say whatever you want to say, but here's I'm gonna try to say this as nice as I can, but I don't care, because whatever I say I could back up in person. So come at me if you want. But here's my point. Have healthy discourse. This is a We've talked about this before. It's like if you go to like Sneaker Con, you can't walk around with your sneakers and leave them in your car.
No.
You can't, you know what I mean? And but toy industry, you can go to like the Great Ohio Toy Show, which I went to. This dude had a flag outside, was holding it up. Super happy he got it. I was like, that's awesome, right? But hey, if you don't like something that someone bought, totally fine. I get it. Talk about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Make your comments. Have your opinions. Voice those opinions. Mm-hmm. But the problem that's happening now isn't even that. And that's not even the problem. The problem that's happening now is that these grown babies are like getting personal with people.
Yes.
And here's the thing. If I say anything, Chet Maddox on Action Figure Frequencies, also Toy Box Chronicles, also Pixel Plastic Inc. If I say some shit that you don't like, let me know in the comments. Jump on a show. Let's have the conversation.
Okay.
But if you open your mouth, and start making it personal, always assume it's going to come back to get you in person, because it will. Because you need to grow up. These are toys. These are supposed to be enjoyable for people. These are supposed to be like, and we've had this conversation. I like Marvel Legends more than I like G.I. Joe Classifieds. But you know, you'll say, "Oh, I think this is cool." I'm like, "Not really." And then I'm like, "Okay, I like this one," or "There's some I like you don't like." And then even like from Tashi Station Emporium, which for those of you who don't know is also Sarlacc Digest, they're all about the Star Wars figures, right?
Absolutely.
I'm not, but I could see them, and hearing them talk and having them actually got me to buy a Star Wars hot toy. So like, that's the key here, is healthy discourse is welcomed in every asset of every part of life. Okay.
Yeah.
But your opinion is your opinion. It doesn't mean it's right. It also doesn't mean that it's wrong, but it doesn't mean that you can stick your shit into people's business and start attacking them personally. Like that's where the problem is, right?
That's where you've crossed the line a little too much. And you know, look, again, you know, I've never been in an industry, and I've been through, you know, like I said, I've been in the transportation industry. I've sat in corporate offices. You know, I work in Hollywood. And look, they say there's prima donnas in Hollywood. And I will tell you this. I have seen some stupid things on set of films and behind the scenes and writers' rooms and everything else. It doesn't parallel to the complete and utter stupidity of the stuff that I've seen through social media and on YouTube with these tubers going back and forth to one another. Now, here's the point. You know, again, somebody may say, "Hey, man, they're ganging up on me and everything." No, we're just saying, grow the fuck up. It's real easy. It's a real simple thing. Act like your age and everything. I try to act like mine. You need to actually, in the comment section, start acting like yours. Not every thought in your head needs to be scribbled down and left into the world. Just be absolutely cool about it. Now, here's the thing. Anytime, now, Chet's got this course where he's like, "Hey, man, you know, you can come on the show and talk." Look, to me, like I'm a little different on the thing. Anything that you can say and you can put in the chat, you can say to me with my grown face. And if you can't say something to a man's grown face, and I will let you know 100%, I'll put this out in the world here. Action Figure Frequencies, like, we enjoy toys, but don't get the shit twisted. don't get it twisted. But anything that you can put on a keyboard and you can type into the chat, you better be able to say it face to face, brother. Because that's the definition of grown man.
Correct. And let me be clear.
Yeah.
You could come on our show.
Yeah.
And we can have the discourse, but mind your manners. Okay. Treat me like a grown ass adult, because when you start talking and you try to be tough, and you're talking about toys and you don't realize how stupid you are and how stupid you look and how stupid you sound, and you're having legit beef and getting upset and red in the face over a fucking classified or a vehicle, and you're blowing like, okay, come on the show, say what you need to say, let's debate it. Don't make it personal. You'll never have to worry about me ever again. You make it personal.
How many conventions have you went to where you walked in the convention, and at the end of the day, you had a guy that you see every convention. Like I said again, you're online, and it's such a great scenario to meet those type of people and build people outside of your comfort zone. That's the best part about meeting people in the community. A lot of there's a lot of great Facebook groups that people are around that do really good work. They do charitable work sometimes. Do you ever hear crap like the 501 from Star Wars and like beefing with some other troop? Like, it's like this is where it gets ridiculous. Like, you don't hear that shit in cosplay. But we're starting to get this stuff in like toys. And it's like, bro, calm down. First of all, never insult someone's family members. There's no need, and never insult someone's character. It's like,
No.
it's just not that. Again, you don't need to put every thought of your head and put it in the world. You might want to actually start thinking about a little bit of help for yourself to understand why you are not emotionally stable enough to have conversations with grown men without calling them names. I never get that point. It's like, it's very easy. It's taught when we're kids, so it's not anything new, but I've seen it, man. And it's a shame because people outside of the community only see the negatives sometimes, and it's very hard for them to see the positives of what's going on. And that's why I'm glad that we have the fine people at Bandito Radio that have us on so we can actually expose some positives more than the little minuscule negatives that go out into the world.
Yeah, and when you're that positive, your future is always going to be bright.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know what it is, man? I can tell you something. It's so bright that, man, I need something to put on to block the brightness, bro.
Oh, well, we have you covered. If you're listening to Action Figure Frequencies 112 FM Bandito Radio, anywhere you can find it on YouTube, Podbean, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere, this one's for you. All right, gamers, collectors, and everyone else, listen up, because your boy Chet Maddox is about to change your life. You ever step outside ready to flex on the world, but bam, the sun's out here griefing your eyeballs like an overpowered sniper camper? Yeah, no thanks. That's why I rock Solar Flex shades, the only sunglasses engineered with gamer vision technology, and that's trademark, so don't try to use it. These bad boys don't just block UV rays, they enhance your in real life reflexes. And I'm talking glare reduction so crisp you could no scope a watermelon from across the park. Plus, they've got an anti-sweat grip tech, because let's be real, gaming might be indoors, but we still sweat under pressure. And for my streamers out there, Solar Flex has blue light reduction lenses, so you can go from dominating the leaderboards, more like the leaderboards, to dominating the beach without frying your retinas like a graphics card running on a toaster. So if you want to look good, see better, and flex harder, head over to solarflex.gg, that's solarflex.gg, and use the code CHETVISION for 10% off your first pair. Because Solar Flex shades, because if you ain't flexing, are you even gaming?
112 FM, Bandito Radio.
Hey.
Sir.
Since you're wearing your Solar Flex shades, and they look very good, might I add, sir.
Thank you.
For
the people on audio, I'm wearing them.
Yeah, he's wearing them. And if you're a YouTube member of SKN, you're watching this. So what's up? Hey, I think it's time for our weather report, my friend.
And now your weather forecast with Alexander Storm.
Oh yeah. From all around the United States and everything else. We're gonna do some localized things and everything. Let me tell you something. Let's roll. Let's see what let's go to the weekend, man. Let's do the weather from the two different competing shows in America. So let's run from Duluth, Georgia. Is it? Oh man, Duluth, it's gonna be in the 70s. Not too hot, not too cold. It's gonna be Pretty good, man. It's looking at the highs, it's 76 for this coming weekend, and that's Toy Atlanta. So that's looking pretty good. And then I'm gonna go to Southern California. And
Oh
you know,
yeah.
we're leaving Southern California to make a trek across to Duluth, Georgia, and everything else like that. And it seems to be getting cold and everything in the city of Anaheim, where WonderCon is and everything. In fact, it's below zero on WonderCon. Do you know why is that cold, Chet?
Because someone left their air conditioner on.
No, because the fine people over at the San Diego Comic Con.org are a bunch of assholes. But the weather is they're icing out fans, man. Take a listen to us, icing out fans. So if you get a chance, go to sunny Duluth, Georgia, and go to a great show. And if you're out at WonderCon, well, parking's going to be a bitch in Anaheim.
Yeah,
And
good
that's
luck on
the
that.
weather.
112 FM, Bandito Radio.
Well, all of this weather talk, and all of this convention talk, and all of the driving that is going to happen.
Yes, sir.
We are happy that our next sponsor has sponsored the road trip
Yes.
to
yes.
Toylanta. That's right. Our friend Dave James over at Super Sub has something to tell you. Dave, how you doing?
All right. I wanted to thank Alexander Storm and Chet Maddox over at Action Figure Frequencies and the fine people at Bandito Radio 112 FM. This is Dave James, CEO of Super Subs, and I've got just one question for you. Are you hungry? Well, at Super Subs, we don't just make sandwiches. We craft legendary meals worthy of the comics that inspired them. Our menu is stacked with power-packed flavor like the Man of Steel, juicy roast beef, melted cheddar, and a horseradish kick that'll make you feel unstoppable. Or maybe you're feeling a little dark and brooding. Then the Dark Knight is calling your name. Blackened chicken, provolone, and a smoky chipotle aioli that hits harder than a Gotham rooftop showdown. And let's not forget the bad guys. We've got the Green Gobbler, a turkey and avocado masterpiece with a zesty green goddess dressing so good it might just turn you into a supervillain yourself. But if you really want to know my favorite, hands down, it's the Jack Kirby, a double-stacked corned beef powerhouse with sauerkraut and Russian dressing on rye. Big, bold, and legendary, just like the king himself. And what's a great sub without the perfect sidekick? Try our infinity rings, crispy onion rings seasoned to perfection, or our crisis fries loaded with chili, cheese, and just the right amount of heat. Look, I could talk about this menu all day, but why not taste the legend for yourself? Swing by Super Subs today and use the special code AFFSUPER to get 10% off your order. And if you use Excelsior, get your fries and drink for free. Grab a meal fit for a hero. And hey, tell him Dave sent you. Thanks, guys.
112 FM, Bandito Radio.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Dave. Like I said, it's so nice to have you in the studio.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. Look, I'm so excited about that, man. It's great to have Dave on board. He's sponsoring our road trip. We're gonna have a ton of Super Subs.
We will. Yep. And actually on the way there, so we'll document every Super Subs we stop at and everything. And you know what? We should do a challenge, Chet. We should have a different Super Sub every time we stop at one. Might not make it to Atlanta at that rail. Might be stopping off at Penny Craig before we're done.
Yeah, we'll just pass out. And hey, you're wondering, let's hit it. Let's hit everyone with some upcoming events and SKN channel updates, sir.
Definitely. We got the Toy Atlanta March 28th through the 30th this coming week. We will have Toy Atlanta coverage, and that will be running on not just here on Bandito Radio, but we also will be running on the SKN Shadow Nose Network, Shadow with an E at the end of it. Shadow Nose Network, SKN YouTube channel, along with some of our trusted brother channels. Expect us to have multiple casts running through Bandito Radio, SKN, through the fine folks at the Sorlac Digest podcast pit, through Tommy over at Blitz Transmissions. So we're going to have fine guests and everything too throughout the convention. So if you want to listen to, somebody from one of your favorite toy companies that's attending the show, we're going to try to get an interview with them. We've got some of the artists that's on Bandito Radio will be in attendance, and we will be doing interviews with them. So if you want to hear what they sound like outside of the music and some of their interests, then tune into the Toy Atlanta coverage. But you know what? We just can't stop there, because over on the shadownosenetwork.com, and it's a shadow with an E at the end of it, you can actually purchase the SKN Toy Box Chronicles. And, there's also some action figure frequency gear over there as well. But they have a Toy Atlanta exclusive t-shirt for 2025. That you can purchase now. But if you're an SKN Shadow Nose Network channel member, then you get a discount code. And so, hey, nothing's more than getting merch on a discount. So we make it a little bit of a benefit for you to be an actual SKN Shadow Nose Network channel member. So, but that's not it. That's not it, Chet. The one thing about it, we want to let everyone know, we do 2 live streams over on the SKN network.
Yeah, we do live streams.
Tour Box Chronicles on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. And then we do on Fridays, Pixel, Plastic, and Ink, not just with myself, but with Chet Maddox, with Dr. Brentley, with Richard, and also Rad. So we've got a whole bunch of things. But unfortunately, since we're traveling this week and we don't know how the coverage is, and I'm sure you don't want us to live stream while we're driving, Toy Box Chronicles for the next week and this week and the following week over there will be recorded, but either myself, one of the members will be in the chat live. So, we got an interesting episode coming up this Wednesday over there, and it's wrestling figures and how we have basically not been paying attention to them, but we're going to stop that at this moment. And then
that's right.
Pixel Plastic Inc. will be live streaming, and guess what? We will all be on site. Myself, Chet, and Rad will be in Toy Atlanta. But here in our West Coast studios, Dr. Brentley will be and Richard will be on. So we're going to be probably in our hotel rooms somewhere taping, while in the studios out here, Dr. Brentley and Richard will be running it. But we will be on the Friday cast. Nothing changes about that. So that's the best part of it, man, is that again, with Odd Frog Entertainment is going to be there. Kelly and Eddie and the fine people over there, David Vonner, Brutal Realms, all of our little outside family from, what we do over on YouTube is going to be there. So I'm looking for an extremely fun time. Are you looking forward to it, Chet?
Yeah, I think it's going to be fantastic. I'm excited about it. I think we've been prepping this for a really long time.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. You can come visit us, hang out, see us at the table while we're live casting. Pick up your shirts, pick up your stickers.
Yeah. And, the whole thing about it, too, is like, you know what? I got to tell you, though, I know, Super Subs is doing a solid, but, look, man, that's going to be a long weekend. It's going to be a hard weekend. First of all, we're driving, and then we're getting there. We're hitting the conventions, and, we're going to be meeting and greeting, live streaming, working like dogs and everything. But you know what, man? I don't know how I'm going to keep the energy to keep me going. I wish there was something that would just, give me a boost of what I need, but something is not going to give me the jitters. Is there something like that, Chet?
Well, Mr. Storm.
Yes, sir.
That's where Figure Fuel Energy will come into play for our weekend this coming weekend.
Oh, man.
That's right, toy fanatics. Let's talk about energy. Whether you're hunting grails, posing figures, building dioramas, or deep in custom paint job, you need fuel to keep going. And no, we don't talk about lukewarm gas station coffee on this channel. I'm talking about Figure Fuel Energy, the ultimate energy drink for toy enthusiasts like yourself, myself, anyone that listens to this. With our Electro Surge Caffeine Steady Hand Precision Blend and Shelf Warrior Stamina Boost, this bad boy keeps you sharp, steady, and sculpted like a premium import figure.
That's right, Chet. Whether you're a loose collector, a mock protector, or a custom creator, Figure Fuel Energy has your back. And it comes in three collector-grade flavors. Prototype Punch, because every great collection starts with a concept. Blister Pack Berry, so fresh it should have had a peg hook. Or my favorite, Glow in the Dark Grape. Let me mention that again, Glow in the Dark Grape. Because real collectors don't sleep, they recharge.
And for those long nights, painting customs, designing displays, or just scrolling eBay for the deal that doesn't require selling a kidney, no crash, like we stated earlier, no jitters. Mr. Storm said that. Just pure collecting power. So hit up figurefuelenergy.com. That's figurefuelenergy.com. Use code TOYPOWER for 10% off. That's TOYPOWER, TOYPOWER, for 10% off. And fuel your passion like a legend. Figure Fuel Energy, because shelf space ain't gonna fill itself.
112 FM, Bandito Radio.
And that, my fellow plastic pirates, all wraps up episode number 7 of Action Figure Frequencies. And hey, by the way, as a selfless plug, shameless shill of myself, you can actually pick up Action Figure Frequencies merchandise on ShadowNoseNetwork.com. That's Shadow with an E. They're up there now, and those aren't exclusive, so you can order as many as you want, and we're gonna make them and send them to you. And you can get it. You can get merchandise from all of us, and then more on that coming too, because there's some things that we're working on in the past. So we want to thank you all. This has been fun and exciting, and as always, we look forward to this each and every week to come to you on Bandito Radio with some plastic paradise, let's say. So, from all of us over here at Action Figure Frequencies to all you little plastic hunting pirates, thank you, and we'll chat at you next time.
Thank you for listening to Action Figure Frequencies with Chet Maddox and Alexander Storm.
Well, hello, listener. You are tuned in to 112 on your FM dial. Bandito Radio. Ow!
He's always tempting me. I got the recipe. I wanna see your world, see that you won't hurt me. I know that look in your eyes, my type of guy in disguise. What will it take to be mine? Ooh, I wanna see your world. Ooh, I wanna be your girl. Ooh, tell me we gon' be alright tonight.
cause I'm afraid to lose. We could choke what side, drink to her more time. Can't be committed because I'm not in the sharing mind. Just my opinion, I'm damned if I ever told a lie. Doctors say my type is me with the wrong guy. There's something about you that got me putting my pride aside. Ooh, I wanna see your world. Ooh, I wanna be your girl. Ooh, tell me we gon' be alright tonight. Ooh, I wanna see your world. Ooh, I wanna be your girl. Ooh, tell me we gon' be alright tonight. He's always tempting me. I got the recipe. I wanna see your world, so that you won't hurt me. I know that look in your eyes, my type of guy in disguise. What will it take to be mine?
That was Ray Millie. Tune was brought to you by Stratos. This is Howlin' Jim Jackson, and you are listening to 112 FM Bandito Radio.
New artist alert. New artist alert.
Now that you know, how deep can you be? protect my neck. Let's see. I see the whispers across the room. The hallway leads to you down the stairs. Yeah, sex and candy throughout the air. I see you in his ear. Look to see if I care. I don't care, 'cause my mind is tripping, I'm tripping right. I don't care how you get home tonight. She said I hope that you fucking die. Still I don't care how you get home tonight, 'cause my mind is tripping, I'm tripping right. I don't care how you get home tonight. Keep playing the victim, you play it nice. Still I don't care how you get home tonight. Oh, now that you know, how deep can your love really be? Yeah, oh, now that you know, how deep can you bury me? Let's see. Crossing my chain and protect my neck. Crossing my chain and protect my neck. Crossing my chain and protect my neck. Let's see. Crossing my chain and protect my neck. Crossing my chain and protect my neck. Crossing my chain and protect my neck. Let's see.
You're listening to 112 FM Bandito Radio. Stay tuned, we got Joke Junction right around the corner.
Hey, what's the word of the day? What is the word of the day?
C-M-G-N-I-T-E.
Today's
C-M-G-N-I-T-E.
You know what today's
P-C-M-G-N-I-T-E. 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 P-C-M-G-N-I-T-E.
Namaste. Lived in this peace and everybody like a
holiday.
Get in these streets with what I have to say like
remedy.
I got the ways to ease pain.
Identity.
All in my cave like Bruce Wayne.
Quantity.
Got a lot of reasons I'm doing it hard.
Astronomy.
Scorpio season, I'm really in charge.
Caffeine.
Stay awake, baby, yo, you'll miss this.
Gangrene.
So sick when I step in this business.
Always looking clean when I pop up.
Trouble.
Overcame the struggle, leave a ma struck.
Pray.
Some moments of quiet introspection.
Slay.
Every look from every look in my direction.
Rover.
A name you say twice for an invite.
Clover.
4-leaf, lucky for my insight.
Pain.
What I wear inside the club, avoiding taboos.
Rain.
Gotta say again, thanks for the statue. You know, it really is a nice statue. I know when we were seated it was copper, and over the years the weather's hit it, it's made it change colors, but it still looks great. And peeking out of the crown, they reopened it in 2015.
Handle.
Moments where I'm certain who I am.
Randall.
Moments where I'm cunning and a ham.
Suit.
That's an Andy Warhol muse.
Fruit.
Like an ego when it's getting bruised.
Massage.
Deep tissue till the knot's out.
Dressage.
Horses dance and clap until they drop out.
Rumble.
That's how I scuttle through this nightlife.
Bumble.
Wanna catch a buzz, you better swipe right. Continent.
Yeah, they play my music in 7 of them.
Condiment.
Sauce for all my dogs, I'm spending on them.
Captivate.
How I do it every single time.
Extrapolate.
They confused trying to find why.
Efficiency.
Never waste a pass, I word perfect.
Calligraphy.
Pen is fancy ass, I curse and cursive.
Circulate.
Your mind another time round this track.
Terminate.
Thumbs up, baby, I'll be back.
What's the word? What's the word? Yo, that's my word. What's the word? What's the word?
Yo, you have my word.
What's the word? What's the word? You can take my word. What's the word? What's the
I
word?
never break my word.
What's the word? What's the word?
Yo, that's my word.
What's the word? What's the word? Yo, you have my word. What's the word? What's the word?
You can take my word.
What's the word? What's the word? I never break my word.
And yet another unique tune from Party City Machine Guns.
I'm trying to start a fight that I'm making life back.
David Koresh Choir. Hello, outlaws and outlawettes. You are listening to Howlin' Jim, and you are on 112 FM, Bandito Radio.
By looking at me, but I've been through storms no one else could see. Smiling wide, saying I'm just fine, hiding the hurt like a well-rehearsed line. The weight I carry, it don't make a sound, but late at night, it comes back around. Some scars can't be seen, but they're always there, like a whisper in the dark, like a ghost in the air. They don't fade, they don't heal, they just lie real low. But when the world gets quiet, they start to show. People move on like nothing went wrong, but shadows stay when the lights are gone. You can cover them up, hide them real deep, but some wounds ain't meant to ever leave. Every smile's just another disguise, holding back the truth behind these eyes. Oh, some scars can't be seen, but they're always there, like a whisper in the dark, like a ghost in the air. They don't fade, they don't heal, they just lie real low. But when the world gets quiet, they start to show. If you've ever felt like you're all alone, like no one sees the weight you've known, just hold on tight, don't fade away. The night don't last, there's a brand new day. Some scars can't be seen, but they're always there, like a whisper in the dark, like a ghost in the air. They don't fade, they don't heal, they just lie real low. But when the world gets quiet, they start to show. Some scars can't be seen, but they're always there.
That was Southern Scars. This is Howlin' Jim Jackson, and you are listening to 112 FM, Bandito Radio.
Tune in now, don't miss the fun. Joker Junction's just begun. Silly bits and punchlines fly. Have a laugh on us, don't be shy. Have a laugh, have a smile. Stick around, stay a while. Jokes keep rolling, no need to rush. Joke Junction, have a laugh on us.
And welcome back to Joke Junction, everyone. This is Mike Cantrell, and you are listening to 112 FM Bandito Radio. This week, I want to tell you about a guy who was born by the name of Jacob Cohen. He later changed his name to Jack Roy. Now, this gentleman was born in 1921 and eventually created his catchphrase, "I don't get no respect, I tell ya." That's right, he changed his name to Rodney Dangerfield. I think most people know him at this point, but Rodney Dangerfield was definitely a staple in the stand-up community. His brand of self-deprecating humor was top-notch, second to none. Grabbing his tie, "I don't know, I tell you." I don't do a great impression of him, but he was also in movies such as Caddyshack, Easy Money, Back to School. If you haven't seen Caddyshack, you need to see Caddyshack, also starring Bill Murray and Chevy Chase. Fantastic 80s flick. Very, very funny. So Rodney Dangerfield was on all the late night shows back in the 70s and 80s and 90s even. He was on Johnny Carson over 70 times, and he always made Johnny crack up. He made everybody crack up. I believe he made about 7 albums, and probably his biggest one is No Respect from 1980. Still available. Highly recommend you check it out. He even opened up the Club Dangerfields in New York City back in 1969, and it ran until about 2020. It would be great if they brought it back, but a lot of famous comedians worked out a lot of material there. He opened up the club because he wanted to have a place where he could go do stand-up without traveling so much, and it lasted for quite a long time. Speaking of Johnny Carson, this bit is from one of his appearances on Johnny Carson. I found this on the Rodney Dangerfield YouTube page, and he does a set, and then he sits down with Johnny, and he starts promoting the movie that is just about to come out called Caddyshack. Anyway, one of my favorite comedians. Hopefully you dig him too. How can you not laugh? Here is Rodney Dangerfield. This is Joke Junction, 112 FM, Bandito Radio.
I'm all right now, but last week I was in rough shape, you know? I mean, last week I bought a Whirlpool for my bath. So far, I lost 3 of my best ships. Last week, nothing went right. I bought a waterbed. There were 2 Cuban guys swimming in it looking for Florida. I tell you, people are nuts, you know? My dentist, too, another beauty, my dentist, he found a new way to hide his bad breath. He holds up his arms. I tell you, there's wise guys. Well, I checked in a hotel. I asked the bellhop to handle my bag. He started to feel up my wife. I said to him, I said, hey, buddy, who told you could play around with my wife? He said, everybody. I tell my wife I can never relax, you know. I told her our kid is spoiled. She told me a lot of kids smell that way. She's a lousy cook, too. She can't cook at all. I leave dental floss in the kitchen, the roaches hang themselves. My wife, she don't go for me either. I'm not a good-looking guy. Well, Halloween, I open the front door, kids give me candy. Are you kidding? I know I'm ugly. My dog found out we look alike. He killed himself. I was an ugly kid, too. My old man took me to the zoo. The guy at the gate thanked him for returning me. And I was a very ugly kid. Every time my old man wanted sex, my mother showed him my picture. I was a very ugly kid. In my sandbox, the cat kept covering me up all the time, you know? Well, when I was a kid, nobody was nice. I was 6 years old. I found out there's no such thing as Alpo baby food. And nobody was nice. My mother never breastfed me. She told me she liked me as a friend. I had her rough. Well, I told my old man I'm sick and tired of running around in circles. He got mad. He nailed down my other foot. That's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect at all. Are you kidding? No respect at all. Well, when I was born, the doctor told my mother I did all I could, but he pulled through anyway, you know? I don't get no respect from anyone. Well, last week my house was on fire. My wife told the kids, be quiet, you wake up Daddy. Stay over to Hollywood. That's my end of my spot there. Okay, I'll see you now. How you doing? You
Fine,
work this
good
way.
to see you. Whatever.
Okay. How you doing? All
I'm
right?
doing fine.
Good.
I've seen you for a while.
I've been around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been keeping busy, running around a bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll be back in New York tomorrow at my club for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and I'll be in the Riviera Hotel July 31st for a week. Then I'm going out to Green Bay, Wisconsin, to Carlton West. I'll be over there.
Yeah.
And Wisconsin.
You're busy.
It's nice out there,
Yeah.
You come from Nebraska. It's
That's
nice.
right.
Midwest is nice.
You like the Midwest, huh?
Yeah, I wish I came Midwest sometimes, Oh, Midwest, I lived in a nice, small, adjusted town, I had a wooden frame house with a screen door in the back of the kitchen. My brother and sister were Marianne and Biff. And Dad was vice president of the bank, worked there for 30 years, very adjusted man, Dad, never smokes, drinks, or gambles, Then you read about these guys. One day they pick up an axe and wipe out the whole family, Yeah, the next day the cops come around. What happened here? What kind of man was he? He was a quiet man. But I've been bouncing around a lot. I've been plugging my album, a new album out, No Respect. So it's
that going well, is it?
It's going real good. It's on the charts, a bullet, whatever that means, And do you hold up the backside, too, of the album?
Yes, I don't know
Can you show them the back? Yeah, that's a cute little thing there.
Now you can understand about No
Can you
Respect.
see that? I got no respect here in California either, I'll tell you
Really?
that. Yeah, I got stuck the other day, I wanted to go sightseeing. They took me on a tour of all the extras' houses. But that's on, definitely, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
No, but I've been running around. I gained weight back, Johnny.
Really?
You know what I mean? Hey, you don't eat properly in a road. You're running around all the time, and it's tough to, lose weight when you're jumping around a bit, but I was much heavier. I was fat, you kidding. I was so fat when I got my shoes shone, I had to take the guy's word for it. I was fat, I'll tell you that. Fat, I've been out with some fat girls, too, I'll tell you that. Who? Now, one girl, she was so fat, she got in the scale, a card came out, said one at a time, She was fat.
That's a big girl.
Ooh, remember how we met? I hit her with my car. She said to me, "Why don't you go around me?" I told her I didn't think I had enough gas. She was a wild girl, I'll tell you. Ooh, very wild girl. Ooh, she was. You kidding? Well, she made me French toast. Her tongue got caught in the toaster. She was Now, but I tell you, too skinny's no good either, No good to be too skinny. A guy died in my block last week. Was he skinny? Ooh.
Skinny, huh?
He was so skinny, the funeral had one pallbearer, a waiter, Now, but skinny's better than fat, I'll tell you that. Better being skinny. Better for your health, health. And that's what's important, your health. Of course. You kidding? I'm not a kid anymore. I'm getting old now.
Yeah.
I know I'm getting old. I'm at the age now, if I hear someone goes both ways, I figure it's number one and number two, Take care of my health. I told you. In fact, I saw my doctor last week, Dr. Vinny Boombat. You know my doctor. I saw him last week. Had a check up on the scene, and I asked him if my heart was strong enough for sex, He told me not if I join in. I tell you, Johnny, I told you, it's tough to be funny when you're coming off drugs, I'll tell you that. I tell you though, Johnny, the first time I tried marijuana, I had a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a wonderful sexual experience.
Really?
I only wish I'd been someone there to enjoy it with me, that's all, No, I was a kid, Johnny. I would kill you crazy things when you were a kid, I was a very green kid, too, a very green kid. Remember the first time I had sex with a girl, I was so confused, I didn't know what to do, Yeah. I dialed 555-1212. I wish I was gay. I'd make it with Steve Martin, you know that? Actually, he's my second choice. No offense.
All right.
And, so quiet, I feel like E.F. Hutton just spoke, Got a cigarette, okay? You don't mind, do you?
You should give that up.
I got a crazy doctor told me to keep smoking if I want to stop chewing gum, so what the heck? How long do you expect to be in Shanghai?
You want to talk about your movie?
Oh, yeah, the movie come out. It was a big movie. It's 843 pages. Big movie. No, it's a movie called Caddyshack. Fellows wrote Animal House wrote it, and it opens Friday around the whole country, and there's And it's doing real good. Everyone likes it.
You're very funny in it.
Yeah, it came out real good. It was a good part, you know, and I played a part of a nouveau riche ignoramus who invades a nice sensitive country club, and I don't belong in that country club. And Ted Knight is not, he and I don't get along at all in the movie, you know, and it's a good movie. Chevy Chase is in it, and Bill Murray, and a lot of nice people, and it's actually it's a low-budget movie. We went to location by subway.
We have a film clip.
Oh yeah, we have a film clip too.
I just said
I'm in the movies.
Shall we take a look at it?
Okay, we'll see what happens. This is the opening where I make my entrance in this movie, in the country club. Yeah.
Just some Caddyshack.
Caddyshack. Yeah, kid, park my car, get my bags, and put on some weight, will you? Hey, Wayne, what's with the pictures? It's a parking lot. Come on, will you? I think this place is restricted, Wayne, so don't tell me you're Jewish. Okay, fine. Hey, kid, I'm Al Chervik. I'm playing with Drew Scott today. This is my guest, Mr. Wang. No offense. Oh, I can give me have a half of those Vulcan D10s and set my friend up here with the whole schmear. You know, clubs, bags, shoes, gloves, shirt, pants. Well, don't make the pants too tight. You'll hurt his fortune cookie. Oh, by the way, want one of those things to tell you how far you walked?
Mr. Chet, sorry, didn't see you.
Oh, how are you? Sure. Hey, orange balls. I'll have a box of those. Give me a box of those naked lady tees, and give me 2 of those. Give me 6 of those. Hey, I'll buy out the joint, Wang. Stop me, will you? Oh, this is the worst looking hat I ever saw. Well, you buy a hat like this, I'll bet you get a free bowl of soup, huh? Oh, it looks good on you, though. Thank you very much. The movie is longer than that, really.
Sure, I know. Is this your first picture?
No, I made a movie years ago called The Projectionist, and it never got out of the projection booth.
Yeah, I remember that picture.
It's around. You remember that?
Yeah.
You're the one who saw it.
Did not do big at the box office.
It was big in Paris, believe it or not, with French titles, yeah. And that was the end of that movie, I guess. But it's around still, I guess.
You gonna make some more pictures?
Well, I've had numerous offers. I don't know what I want to do. I like live entertainment, you know what I mean? Movies are director's medium, really, you know, but I was brought up in clubs, you know, like Dominic's Black and Blue Room, Teresa's Funhouse, where you have to really go in it live, you know, Carmine's Cave, all those nice places, you know, where you get an immediate feedback, you know, from the audience.
Reggie's Ravioli Room, all of those big
Reggie's Ravioli Room.
You bet.
Hey, you think pretty good. You're all right, you know?
Let me do this. We'll be right back with Arno DeBourgeois.
Welcome, creatures of the night, to Myra's Morgue of Midnight Madness, where the macabre meets the marvelous. Tonight, we dim the lights and delve into the shadowy corners of the old-time radio history to resurrect one of the eeriest and most unforgettable shows of its era, Dark Fantasy. First crackling across the airwaves in 1941, Dark Fantasy chilled audiences with its unique blend of horror, science fiction, and the supernatural. Each episode was a descent into the bizarre, weaving tales of relentless spirits, sinister curses, and otherworldly phenomena. While it only aired for a single haunting season, the show earned a loyal following thanks to its imaginative storytelling, spine-tickling atmosphere, and the kind of nail-biting suspense that would even make the bravest soul check under the bed. What made Dark Fantasy so popular? It dared to explore the unknown, the uncanny, the unexplainable, pulling listeners into a world where the boundaries of reality blurred and the impossible seemed all too real. With its gripping plots and eerie sound effects, it remains a shining example of a golden age horror of radio. So light your candles, lock your doors, and prepare to be transported to a realm where shadows speak, secrets lurk, and the fear reigns supreme. This is Myra's Morgue of Midnight Madness. Let the madness begin.
Dark fantasy.
I am the man who came back.
Now break it up, break it up.
This way, officer, he's in here.
All right, miss. Casey.
Yes, Captain.
Now you stay right there in that doorway and don't let nobody in or out.
Right, Captain. All right now, all right, you heard him.
Oh, but we had nothing to do with this.
Okay, sister. If you didn't, you ain't got nothing to be scared of. Hey, you. Where do you think you're going?
I thought I might get a little air, if you don't mind.
Well, I do mind. Now, back in the house with you. What's the big idea, you wearing that mask?
As you might have observed, my friend, this is a masquerade party.
Oh, is it now? Well, according to Emily Post, it's masks off at midnight. And we got this call to come out here just as the clock in Washington Circle was striking the hour.
The call was placed by a most hysterical woman. And there is nothing you can do for the man in there, I assure you.
Stop changing the subject. What I want to know is, why ain't you unmasked like the others?
I prefer, sir, to wear my mask.
Take it off, Don Juan. I want to look at your mug.
It might be better, my friend, if you didn't see my mug.
Now, look here, Zorro.
Perhaps while we are waiting, I might tell you a story.
Yeah? What is this? Bedtime at Grandma's? The only story I'm interested in is what happened here tonight.
Exactly.
Eh?
I said exactly. Perhaps I can tell you the story.
All right, then, my fine, mysterious friend. Give.
Well, you see, it's quite a long story. It really all began at least 3 years ago. I remember that evening quite well. I let myself into Granger's apartment. It was a golden key I used. A bright golden key. And there was no one there when I arrived. So I closed the door and waited. Well, Grange, imagine seeing me here.
Blake. Oh, I say, you startled me.
Did I now? I dare say, had I been someone else, you wouldn't have been at all startled.
Incidentally, old man, how did you get in here?
I suppose it would be quite facetious of me to say that I came in the same way you did. Oh, I say, a new piano. Do you mind?
No, not at all. Go right ahead. Help yourself. Have a drink?
No, thanks. You'd better have one, though.
Oh, well, yes. I say, Blake, what's that you're playing?
You've heard it before, Grange.
Have I? I don't recall.
You have a short memory.
I usually remember pretty well.
Well, when you choose to, you do, yes.
What do you mean by that?
My wife has played that tune for you every night this week, and last, and the week before that. You see, I happen to know.
Oh. I see.
Well, I'm glad you haven't the audacity to deny it.
No, I don't deny it. Your wife has been here. Often. as often as she possibly could. But I assure you she came of her own desire.
And as a result of your oily persuasion.
I might agree, Blake, that she is easily persuaded. And of course, my curiosity prompts me to ask how you finally learned the truth.
I accidentally found the key to your apartment here. It was in Sylvia's purse. A golden key. With your initials engraved on one side, hers on the other.
Why, I thought that a rather handsome touch. Don't you agree?
I've brought the key back to you.
How gallant of you, old fellow.
I'm serious. Sylvia will never come here again.
Are you positive of that?
Quite. For I shall ask her not to.
You seem to believe she'll obey you.
She will. And I ask you now, Grange, as a gentleman, kindly refrain from inviting her here again.
In other words, hands off. Is that it?
I'm glad I make myself quite plain.
Why, you fool. You dull, stupid fool. What right have you to demand anything of Sylvia? Do you think for a moment, night after night, twiddling her thumbs while you're away from home?
I admit I've been busy this past year, but another 6 months...
You've no one to blame for Sylvia's being here but yourself. Here she's found what you've denied her, Blake. And I doubt very much if she'll give it up.
Why, you swine, if you think for a moment... Oh. I forgot you carried a gun. But if you'd care to put it away...
Skip the heroics, Blake. You know, I think I've suddenly thought of a solution to all this.
The only solution is for you to leave Sylvia alone.
Oh, no. No, you're quite mistaken. This is the solution. Here in my hand. Indeed, I rather like the idea. Besides, with you out of the way, Sylvia need have no more qualms.
Why, you low yellow rat.
That's it, Blake. Come closer. Threaten me. Make me do it. Make me do it, Blake.
If you think killing me is the way out, Grange, you're very badly mistaken.
It's the only way out.
If you kill me, Grange, I'll come back and avenge myself.
One shot and that'd be all. I can prove self-defense. Sylvia will help. She'll swear you came here and tried to kill me.
I'll come back, Grange.
Just one shot directly between the eyes.
I'll haunt you, Grange, because by God in heaven, I'll come back.
It's a perfect scheme, yes, I like it.
I'll pierce the veil, Grange, because I'll come back if I have to fight all the demons of hell to do it.
Oh, prepare, Blake. This is a chance of a lifetime. It's the way out. Yes, it's the way out.
Grange!
Get your extra paper. Wealthy playwright slain in millionaire's apartment. Read all about it. Here you are, Mr. Keith Grange playing self-defense and slaying a fellow Blake. Here it is, folks. Get your extra paper. Read the headline news about the killing. It's all here in your extra paper.
It is the judgment of this court that the defendant, Keith Grange, did shoot and kill the deceased, Philip Blake, on the night of April 16th, and that in so doing, he acted in a line of self-defense. The court therefore decrees that Keith Grange shall not be held to account for this unfortunate incident.
Well, my dear?
I suppose there's nothing to worry about now.
Not the slightest thing. I told you from the very beginning, Sylvia, that I acted rightly in doing what I did.
Oh, I still can't resign myself to it.
But you must. It's all over. Philip is dead. Now we can be together as much as we please.
Keith, Suppose you and I should have a misunderstanding. Suppose I should become angry sometime. So angry I might tell the truth to the authorities.
That, my dear, would be most unfortunate. But it's a possibility, and by no means should we overlook possibilities. So allow me to remind you, Sylvia, my dear girl, that your hiding the true facts of the matter of the coroner's investigation automatically makes you an accomplice.
Oh, I see. But why are we talking like this, darling? We'll both feel better after we've had a little rest.
Oh, of course we will, dear.
Kiss me goodnight, darling. I'm going home.
I'll take you.
Oh, no. No, I'd rather go alone tonight if you don't mind.
As you wish, my dear. Good night.
Good night, darling.
Sweet.
Will you call me in the morning?
Yes, of course I will.
Good night, then.
Good night, darling. Pleasant dreams. That's strange. Very strange. Just a moment ago, there were only Sylvia and I here. Now she's gone. Yet I feel that I'm not alone.
You're not alone, Grange.
What? What was that? I thought I heard a voice.
It was my voice.
Who are you? Where are you?
I told you I'd come back.
No. No, it's just my imagination.
Is it your imagination, Grange?
Yes. Yes, of course.
I warned you. I warned you. Remember?
Come out. Come out in the open. Come out, I say. Do you hear me? Come out.
Your gun is useless against me now, Grange.
What do you want? Tell me, what do you want?
Oh, not now. The time isn't right now. But I'll be back. Watch for me and wait. Watch and wait. For I'll come back, Grange. I'll come back.
No. No, I'm sure of it. It was no one. No one at all. I just imagined it, that's all. Yes, just my imagination. Sylvia, dear, you look so tired. Here, perhaps this will wake you up. Present for you.
A present?
Yes. Something I picked up today. I thought you'd like it.
How sweet of you, darling. I think I can guess just by looking at the box. It's a ring.
Oh, aren't you clever? Go ahead, open it.
All right, darling, but don't hurry me. Oh.
Hey, Sylvia. That isn't the ring I bought for you.
Keith, look at this ring.
The initials. P.B.
Keith, this is his ring.
Sylvia, what are you saying?
It's his ring. I gave it to him.
But, Sylvia...
Keith, I swear to you, Philip Blake was buried with that ring on his finger.
Cab, mister?
Yes, please.
Do you mind coming around to the other side, please, mister? That door's busted, and you can't get it open.
Oh, very well.
Sorry to ask that of you, but they ain't had time to get the other door fixed. Where to, friend?
Huntington Arms Hotel, please.
Right.
Excellent.
Huh?
That's where I'm going.
Oh, you startled me. I didn't know there was anyone in this cab. It's so dark tonight.
Yes, isn't it?
I say, I don't seem to feel anyone in the seat here beside me.
Strange. You certainly bumped me hard enough when you crawled in here.
Bumped you? I beg your pardon, sir, but I...
Never mind, Grange. Never mind.
You know me?
I'm surprised that you don't know me.
Why, yes. Your voice sounds familiar. Good Lord. Philip Blake.
Do you mind riding with me?
Blake, you're supposed to be dead. You're supposed to be buried.
I am dead, Grange. I am buried.
Cabby, stop this cab.
Right, sir.
Now, let me out of here. Let me out.
What's the matter, Governor? Hey, you hadn't ought to jump out of a moving car like that.
What in the name of heaven is in the back of that cab?
Why, nothing, Governor. Here, see? I'll turn on the light. There. See?
But there was somebody in there with me.
Oh, now, mister, they couldn't have been. Look for yourself. The seat's empty there. And you just jumped out on this side of the cab. The other door won't open. No, brother, there wasn't nobody in that seat with you. Must have been your imagination.
Hello? Hello, Doris? Dear, this is Sylvia. I just wanted to remind you about the masquerade ball at Keith's new home tonight. You'll be there? Fine. Now remember, masks and costumes for everybody. All right, dear. Bye. Now be sure to come in costume, won't you, Dorothy? Yes. And heavily masked, my dear. Yes, at Keith's new place. Oh, darling, wait till you see the place. It's really a mansion. Honestly, it's huge. Mr. Grange, I believe.
Sylvia, darling. So you penetrated my disguise.
Silly. I heard you order it from the costumers yesterday. Darling, the music will start soon. Is the first dance ours?
Sylvia, my dear, every dance is ours tonight. Are you happy I bought this place?
Oh, it's lovely. Absolutely lovely, Keith. Darling, what's the matter?
That man in black. I've been watching him all evening. He's been watching me.
Do you know who he is?
No. He just stands and stares at me. Everywhere I go, he's always just a short distance away.
Look, Keith. He's going into your study.
Well, he hasn't any business in there.
That's strange. I locked that door this evening so the guest wouldn't go into your study and disturb things.
Well, he just walked right in. And, dear, I'll go see who he is and what he wants. You mingle with the guests, and I'll join you later.
Very well, dear. But don't be long. I'll be waiting for you.
All right, Sylvia. Yeah. It's odd. This door is locked. Dark. Piano. Oh, confound it. Where's the light switch? There. No, it can't be. That piano. Someone's playing and... Yet there's no one seated there. The keys. Moving. Up and down. Playing the music. But there are no hands on them. That melody. It's the melody he played the night I killed him. He's playing it now. And yet he's not there.
I'm here, Grange. I'm here.
Blake.
Look closer, Grange. Here I am. You see?
Yes. Yes. I see you now.
I brought you a little gift for your masquerade party.
What?
You'll find it lying on your desk. Turn around and see for yourself. That's right. There. You see?
A gun.
It's the one you killed me with. Don't you recognize it?
Where did you get that gun?
I found it, Grange, and I've brought it back to you. I put one shell in its chamber. Just one, Grange. But that is enough.
What are you trying to... Gone. He's gone. Lord, am I mad? Was I dreaming? No. No, the gun is here. It is my gun. One cartridge, he said. Only one. One cartridge. Yes. Yes, it's the only way left. He knew it was the only way. Now he's left me to take it. All right, Blake. You can have your revenge. You can have it. And you are right. It is the only way.
So he shot himself, eh?
The evidence in there will indicate that he did, yes.
Say, that's quite a yarn you spun, Zorro.
It is nothing but the truth.
Come on now. Come on, my friend. Let's take off your mask and have a look at you.
One moment. Keith Grange shot Philip Blake squarely between the eyes.
Yeah? So what?
That doesn't make a very pretty sight.
Well, I don't see what that's got to do with... here comes the captain. He'll take that mask off you. Captain Sullivan, come here a minute, will you?
Yes, Casey, what is it?
Well, there's a mug here that won't take off his mask. He's been spinning me the most fantastic yarn I ever heard in all my... where'd he go?
Huh? Where'd who go? Say, did you let somebody get out of this house, Casey?
No, Sir Cap. No, I didn't. But he was standing here just a minute ago. He wouldn't take off his mask. He told me the darndest story about a murdered man coming back from the grave.
Casey, have you been near the punch bowl? Well, there's no one here now. Wait a minute. What's this stain here on the floor?
Blood. A little pool of it. There on the floor. Right in the exact spot where the man in black was standing.
The Man Who Came Back, an original tale of dark fantasy by Scott Bishop. Ben Morris was Keith Grange. Eleanor Naylor Corrin was Herda Sylvia. Fred Wayne took the part of Casey. Muir Height was Captain Sullivan. Murillo Schofield, the cab driver. And Eugene Francis was the Man Who Came Back. Ladies and gentlemen, every Friday night at this time, the National Broadcast... the National Broadcasting Company will bring you Dark Fantasy, Tales of the Weird, Adventures of the Supernatural, created for you by Scott Bishop. Listen 1 week from tonight for the breathtaking story of the tombs of ancient China, the soul of Shanghai One.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Dark fantasy.
I am the thing from the sea.
Sorry, Mr. Hedges. This is all we can dig up on that story about the missing Hollywood people.
Well, we can't wait any longer. We got to go to press. Let's see what you got. Story from the film Capital. More than a week ago, November 20th to be exact, Philip Hayward, young cinema star of Yesterday's Bread, and the popular actress Judith Johnson set sail for New Zealand aboard Hayward's private yacht. As chaperone, Miss Johnson's movie director father accompanied the pair, and it's reported that Johnson Sr. is taking advantage of the sea voyage to complete his original cinema yarn, a story of the strange creatures who live beneath the surface of the sea. That was more than a week ago. Word's been received from New Zealand that the Hayward yacht's more than 2 days overdue. A careful check gives evidence that there have been no disturbances on the Pacific throughout the time the party's been aboard. Special searching parties failed to discover the whereabouts of the boat. The question in Hollywood tonight, the question everywhere is, what's happened to the trio aboard the Dolphin? Where are they? Have they become victims of the fantastic creatures created in the imagination of the author-director aboard the yacht? That is this week's Unsolved Mystery. Will it ever be? Oh, that's all right. Boy.
Right.
Get this down to makeup. Let's get rolling.
Right away.